following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
She just really loves killing
Get up
people.
there. There's this lovely sort of 4-story tall apartment sort of thing in the Italiano style, packed together narrow columns out the front. You pull up outside looking like a ratty disease bag in comparison.
Good old Little Italy.
Who's going?
I'll go.
Okay. I want to go too.
As soon as I know
Okay, the
another-
three of you are going.
Victor can watch our backs and also protect the driver.
Are you telling her to do that?
I'll ask her if she thinks it's wise. She remains here to protect the driver and provide backup if we need it.
I will allow you to go off this one time. If you fail, I will not allow it again.
Fair enough. You have an agent, right?
Is it tactically
Yes.
dangerous?
If I call you, we're in trouble.
It should not be, but it could become such.
Let's go.
Remember to keep an eye on Jess.
You're alright.
It's not really concealable in my current situation, so I'll leave the SMG I took from the Steel Panther behind. Trucky.
You head up. Doors are locked.
Does it have the...
There's a little flat screen beside it.
Well, see if I can find... See a library, sir. Giuseppe Cannoli. Nice.
What a waste.
Yeah.
EV8.
Oh. 28. The most library I've ever
think
searched.
you find it. Giuseppe Cannoli is on the second floor, apartment number 5.
So, with the door locked, do we buzz the apartment from here?
Hey, you're Mr. High Achiever Library Search Boy. Yeah, you do.
I'll buzz through to Mr. Giuseppe Cannoli.
No answer. No answer.
Well, he's not answering. We could just probably go in. But I don't know if it's wise.
Security electronics check.
I'll look for
Maybe
cameras.
he's just not home. You thought about
Yeah,
that?
I'll do,
You're breaking into a man's house just because he's not home at the moment.
well,
He's on
at the
the
moment
zero
we'd be
cameras.
breaking into his stairway. I'm gonna run the scan thing like you do to look for stuff and things.
Okay.
Like, I imagine... Hey! Wow. 22. The most interface I've ever interfaced either.
So directly above you there's a camera. And that has a net architecture in it and an access point.
Well, camera above, and there's a full system on board.
So breaking in the building would be really bad.
Yeah, they would likely know straight away.
Especially since they hear us talking about it.
Yeah, probably. If only he would answer the bloody thing. I'll check and see if he's just unlocked the door and we're done.
No, it's still locked.
Still locked. I'll just double check there's no other cameras that would cover any of these. I suppose I would have spotted it before with like fucking epic scan.
Say that again.
No other cameras pointing to...
No, not that you can
Not that I
tell
saw.
from here. Of course, you won't know how many floors there are until you jack in and run a...
Well, I can access it off camera. Shut it down, or at least check internal cameras if I can get control. I will say quietly so it can't be heard.
Yeah, I'm looking
By
at you.
the
They're
microphone.
very...
Because I would have had to sort of walk away from it to find that out, I guess.
You know why we keep losing money on jobs? I won't just say him, but for those reasons, yes.
Hardly.
Silly acts. Oh, I'm not saying I'm not guilty of it myself.
I wasn't even there for the last job.
No, you're busy. I won't say it because we're under a camera.
You're busy costing us 1,000 eddies. We'll just say that.
So, being further away from the camera, am I doing it or not?
Is this building got an alleyway on the side of it?
It does.
It does.
A narrow one filled with bins.
Roger, you want to do a circuit with me? He can be watched by...
Well, the car's right there,
Exactly, so I'm just pointing back.
and so is Victor, though she appears to be watching the inside of her palm right now.
Come on, Roger, let's go.
Ugh.
Jason, Roger, fuck off. Go! Go, come on, Queer
Check in.
Mode, get going. Password!
Perfect. So I can use this floor as a setup floor.
DV12!
Net action 1. I set see ya to make it easier to beat. Put this password. Wait. Sorry, it was 1. See ya is for Pathfinder. Then I will set armor just in case, to be safe.
Another net action.
And the last action, I set Hitman. You never know.
The shimmering bald assassin
So shiny
peeks out
and
at you
bold.
from a row of ducks with frowny faces.
And then, if nothing comes down the architecture on the next turn,
It can't. You're at the top.
well, the net runner could come down. Oh, sorry, up. Anyway,
Actually, a net runner would have to come in at the top, even if they are a sysadmin.
oh, that's interesting. Now I will defeat this password. What was the DC? DV? Be that.
Okay? Hand me the password, son. The password was... Prestige. 1231.
2 actions left, so I will go down.
Right! The first thing that fucking happens is that Black Ice rolls its initiative. I have a number.
I believe you roll for Hitman, but I roll for me. I'm on 11.
The sequence is Hitman, Hellhound, you.
Sweet.
Hitman, roll for him. He attacks immediately.
He gets
And he
6
says,
on his attack.
taking the shot.
He gets a 10.
Total.
Yes.
Sorry, I should be rolling with it. Okay, right. He hits the Hellhound. Roll the damage.
Can you crit in net space? Because he might have.
Well, yes, but
He got 2 6s.
well, it sounds like a crit to me, so that's plus 5 extra damage, but you can't critically injure a Black Ice.
Yeah, fair enough. 12, 25 damage. He kills and destroys the Hellhound
Oh yeah,
instantly.
that de-reses instantly. Well, shit, that's a fucking good program.
Yep.
Don't you wish it was Jeeves and not Hitman?
No, he was Jeez when they were out.
No, but like, if you named the Hitman Jeeves and the other way around, because you clearly got them backwards.
Yeah, they want to be using Jeeves all the time.
I mean, if I do another print run, you could swap them, but that's going to cost.
I still have 1 net action technically.
Yes, you do, and then we switch out to these two guys. They're meat actions after you've used up all of yours.
So I will slide down on the next floor. It's a control node.
And you don't get to do anything. Right, so you guys are knocking over every bin in the alleyway. Right?
Try to avoid that. Try.
Alright, give me athletics checks to vault, swing, and grapnel your way over.
13.
I had this make up some net architectures, and some
Oh,
of them are
nice.
14 deep, have multiple Black Ice on every floor,
Jesus.
divergences, and
Yeah.
demons in them. And I'm like, that's a basic net architecture. I have not been doing this right. I have been going too easy.
23.
Okay, you guys, like... Sorry, Jess, what did you get?
13.
Oh. Jess, like, jumps up on top of one of the cans and like hops daintily from one to the other, not damaging them or making too much extra noise in any way, and gets to the far end, the backyard, if you will, of the property with no stumbling and no cock-ups whatsoever. She does it perfectly. There's no troubles. Overachiever Roger jumps up, grabs hold of a clothesline, swings around a bit, then does some fucking somersaults and flips and lands on his feet in a 2-point stance. But then his foot moves and the Russian judge is like, 1.
So because I'm facing doing my thing, I don't see any of this awesome
No, you see
act.
none of it. You see none of it.
So?
Good old gymnast.
You get down the end, you look back and Roger's like, "You all right?" That was a bit of an effort, wasn't it? Jess rolls her eyes at lazy, slovenly Roger, having to pick his way across the bins, and moves up into the backyard, where you can immediately both roll perception checks. The DV is 8.
Pass.
Good girl.
That's fail.
I think I passed as well, yes.
I was very tempted to
They can't
institute a
fail
house
with
rule that
that
if the check was equal to or lower than your base stat, then you didn't have to roll, but then I remembered ones.
Yeah, once.
Hmm?
Yeah.
So you both passed?
I passed.
Yeah, unless I roll a 1 I can't fail.
No, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so in the backyard, there are 3 people. Maybe there's still people. They're lying down on the ground in a very modern art, Jackson Pollock kind of way. There is impressionistic splatters of youthful exuberance around them in a bold and daring crimson colour, soaking into the trying very desperately to be green synth grass. The tatty beach umbrella is probably only tatty because it's on the ground and broken and on the floor. Like them. The entire fresco is completed with an effervescent smattering of brass. There's 3 people lying there in some blood, and there's bullet casings around, and something's obviously got a blade on it because it's ripped up the umbrella, right, love?
Oh.
Do things!
Are their weapons scattered about? Does it look like they have weapons?
No, it looks like they were unarmed from where you're standing.
I'm not sure I would have anything that could... What kind of roll would one need to make to determine whether they were in a firefight at all, or whether they were just like sitting there relaxing?
Criminology, which
Criminology,
is your equivalent forensics skill. It covers forensics as well. You all should have, with your stats, should at least be able to have a decent whack at it. I'll say DV 14 is good enough to determine the circumstances.
Nice.
Nice. I think you definitely have it.
Well, I've got 16 from that before I add the other 3.
I didn't beat 14.
Okay, well, Roger. Roger will be able to tell that these people were trying to run and were cut down. And initially, you're thinking, oh, they've been killed with gunfire. But no. No, you actually can't make that determination. They've got bullet holes all in the backs of their heads, and there's all cuts all over them. It looks like they were trying to run away. You definitely think so they got jumped. Jess, can you roll a paramedic?
So I will say this to Jess.
18.
Excellent. Jess kneels down and is like, oh, they were actually killed from someone in front of them. They've been cut up, blood loss from that. They've cut several arteries with an edged weapon. The gunshots in the back of the head were done after they died. And each one of them has 3 gunshot holes in the back of their head.
Same spot.
Yeah, it looks like it's done by the same guy.
They've been sliced up from the front and then shot in the back of the head 3 times.
After they were dead, what was the point of that? It's a waste of ammo.
It's a message.
Yeah.
So
It'd
obviously,
have to be.
I'll look around to see if there's anyone watching us.
That's a perception check.
Yep. It is 21.
I'll let you know the results of that after Gravy Boy.
Slams this control node.
So the DV is 12.
I've got it.
This control node controls the camera. You now have full control of the camera on this level and any other in the architecture.
Now I check for other cameras in the architecture.
So you're running a
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. That tells the cost in action.
Yep. I don't know if I actually have to roll for it, but I got a 10.
That's enough for you to know that there's one more level on this and it has a control node in it.
And then I was left to the last floor. 1, 2, 3.
That's your action, sunshine.
Yep.
Back to you guys. Yes. You've achieved a success, so you know that someone is not watching you. Something is. A bird.
A synthetic bird?
Are there natural birds in Night City?
I don't know when this there actually is.
But to your point, it kind of looks a bit like Skarmory. The bird notices you have seen it and flies off with a subtle metallic click of the wings and of its little engines.
Ah, yes. The little bird engines.
Birds aren't real.
Do these people who are deceased, can we tell whether are they part of any gang faction or anything based on the way they're dressed?
No, you can't.
They're too messed up to
No,
tell.
they just look like they're dudes.
Just dudes, okay, sweet.
Just some dudes.
Were they running towards the building or away from it?
Away.
Are they Italian?
Yes.
They all died in this pose.
It's not blood, it's marinara.
Is there a doorway at the back here?
Yes.
Alright. They were escaping.
Yeah.
I'll search them to see if there are any ID.
Okay. I don't need a check, actually. I will tell you what's
It's a 10.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't need a check, but you passed it. I'm still going to take that one off you later.
It's right there, you're taking it off me!
No, I told you before that dice hit. Right, so... the older, fatter one has an agent. It's been damaged by some sort of weapon.
Yep.
But not beyond repair. And he has 12 Eurobucks on him. And a Fornax magazine. You are briefly distracted by tentacle porn. One of the younger ones appears to have a wrench on him. A bottle of marinara sauce that's broken. Another bottle of marinara sauce that's broken. And 3 mini synthetic cannolis. The third guy, he has a key card on him, but there's no markings as to what it might be for. He has a broken agent. He also has a dosage of synth coke.
Oh.
Okay.
Take the ID card and the synth coke. And
Alright, back to you.
Right, control. Last DV is...
The same.
Got it.
Cool. Give me my card. You are now at the bottom of the architecture and have control over the architecture and everything in it.
What was the last control node for? Just the whole thing?
The front door.
I will check the camera that's watching the area.
You
just in front of
exercise
me.
one action to use control to see what is on the camera. Do you?
So as long as
So
I
you can
was,
see, yes.
so as long as I was roughly in the building or just outside, I could keep that camera view up.
So long as you're within range.
Okay. Which would depend on where the architecture goes to beyond the door, I guess.
Nope. Just so long as you're within the range of the node you are using to get in.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Well, I'll make sure that no one's sneaking up behind me as I. Actually, with complete control of the network, can I tell?
You know you can still see the normal world while you're in the net, right?
Yeah, I just like to look at it. You know, I have control of the camera. But I'm wondering, can I, with complete control, can I tell if someone else is accessing it from inside, like looking at the cameras, or if it's being displayed anywhere?
So the camera is feeding out to some kind of monitor.
Okay.
You can't tell what or where. There's a hardline connection.
So I would have to lay some kind of virus to disrupt that.
Or, because you have control of the camera, you could just turn that off.
Oh, yeah.
You could just turn its feed off. You have complete control. However, you have already, this turn, used that control node once. You cannot do so again until the next turn.
Okay.
Every
So-
control node can only be used once per round, as it were.
Right, and I've done a need space action, so I can't take need actions.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll post up, and next round I'll probably run it off.
They were more than 3 seconds, so you can have your next round.
Oh, sweet. In that case, I'll turn off the camera, unlock the door,
Just do that.
and I guess that would be it, because my next thing's going to be a need action. I guess I'll jack out.
You do that. The door locks.
Will I still have control over the architecture if I go back in?
You'll have to go back down the architecture, but you know the password. You'll have to fight the Hellhound.
It was destroyed.
Oh, Hitman, right. If it does enough damage, it destroys it. Right. You won't have to fight the
In that case, I'll be
Hellhound.
fine.
So, and since you know the password, yeah, you can pretty much just go all the way back down. Nice. Okay, guys, what are you doing?
I'll grab the swipe card and obviously a flank code will be on the body, and then I
Add it to your inventory, Roger. 1 pound, 1 dose of tainted synth coke.
£1. Do I know it's tainted?
Add it in as a custom item and call it tainted synth coke. You won't know it's tainted, but it will, however, be the next synth coke you use. It's under custom item. Right, Jess, you've got a key cut. What are you doing? Oh yeah, do
I'll
things.
take agents as well.
Okay, you've taken the broken agents.
Right, I'll call Graves.
Pick up.
He picks up.
I'll just make sure it's on an escape.
Hello.
Found 3 bodies at the back,
Ah,
cut and shot.
brutal. Your call is interrupted. Jess, you hear. Hi. You are outside your usual roaming area. In order to continue this call, please authorize a payment of $20 or watch this short ad.
Ed.
Lady Venus, be his desire. And then it's just really graphic for 25 seconds. You're getting... The call that was being placed to you has been interrupted for a financial matter. Please watch this ad while you wait. Earn credits for no ads by watching ads all the way through. Tracking eyes now. Are you a netrunner? Like cyberspace? Do you want cheap programs? Come down to Crazy Vladklev's Net Running Program Emporium. It is I, Crazy Vladklev, a discount net running Vladklevery and things. We have all kinds of programs, sure, why not? They go in deck and they work. Real discount prices. Do not even have to read or understand Russian. Have translator program translate all for you. These programs just as good as regular ones you use, but at quarter price. Can you pass up opportunity? Test them for yourself and see if you do not agree. Vras mit sin, it's Hund privet. Like toast with your, it Adlich Putin. Okay, your interruption is over. Reconnecting.
Gonna buy me some crazy flagcliff program.
So as I was saying, they've been cut up and shot in the back. Be careful. They're fleeing the building.
Suspicious. Knowing us, it's probably related to why we're here. I have controlled the architecture and I can get through the front door without much hassle. There wasn't much else beyond this camera, and it's feeding back to a monitor on the inside, so...
There's only the one camera.
Yeah, I've disabled it. In case we decide to use the front door.
Right, we'll see if this keycard works here and then we'll go from there.
Excellent.
Call ended. I'm going to test this keycard on one of these back doors.
No, on this one.
Okay.
It's not a spoon. Swipe the card. Doesn't work here. Cool.
Try next one down. They were running and they would run from a door further down the lot.
Do another door further down.
There's a fence gate.
I'll try the fence gate.
Might be for a room door inside.
Might be a room. It's alright.
Well, if it works on the main one that he was trying to get into, then we'll know that that belongs to the guy we're after, Cannoli. We know it's him who's dead.
Get around.
Okay. They rejoin back up with you, useless lump.
Okay, I'll reconnect to the system. That lasts the first password.
We might have a way. Oh, never mind, you're already in.
No, carry on.
We might have a way in.
Camera's back on, by the way.
So that resets. They've swiped the card. Does that just open the door?
No.
Okay.
Okay, it wasn't him. There we go.
Well, unlock the door.
Okay.
Quickly inside. I'll follow behind and disconnect from the network after I get through the door.
Door swings shut and locks.
Oh, yeah, they will lock behind us.
You're inside a tidy little apartment building. The floors are dusty a bit, but not unclean. The walls are appear to have been painted within the last year or so. The banisters are synth wood, or at least have a wood veneer. The doors are all dark brown and framed. Lettering picked out on the lovely little brass numbers.
Someone clearly cared about this place.
One of the tenants.
There is an elevator at the far end and a back door.
Well, we'll be...
And stairs.
If I got... when I used the screen to find Mr. Cannoli's residence, would have given us the floor.
Yes.
So we'll
2,
go to the elevator. Go to
apartment 5, 25.
Actually, if someone's been here doing stuff outside, maybe we should take the stairs.
Yes.
This is one of those lovely little Italian-American places. You have the stairs wrapping around and up on one side, and then like a little telephone shape of landing with apartments all around just one side. The building itself is reasonably narrow in the Italian fashion. Or, if you've ever been to Britain, very wide.
I'm going to draw the gun again, and then when we go up the stairs and just check each corner as we go up.
Draw, paint, sculpt.
What?
Draw the
You're
gun.
drawing your gun.
Taking it out of my holster drawer.
That's an action.
I thought
No,
it was
it
free.
It's putting it away that's an action. Okay, you go up one flight of stairs. As you cross the top stair, who's first? Dynamic
Probably
Roger,
me
obviously.
because I'm
Right.
checking each corner with
As
the
you
gun.
cross between the banister and the wall, the top stair, and you head out flight instead of wrapping back around up, you feel something tug at your pant leg.
Look down towards my pant leg.
You just got caught on a little nail stick.
No. I'll loop it off.
Switch.
Okay, you do that. And there is the hall. This hall has a paisley pattern carpet stretching all the way down.
Check each of the hallways if it branches off in any
You
direction.
hear the sound of one of the coming out of one of the apartment doors of like a television, and it is seems to be playing one of those hilarious game shows about whether or not someone can eat.
So it sounds, from the volume, it sounds like somebody's watching a television with their door open as opposed to...
No, you can just sort of hear it coming through the thin door.
Oh, through the wall, so it's kind of muffled. Is it... Okay. Does it sound like that it's up way too loud?
It is a bit loud, yeah. You
As if
probably,
they were using it to mask the sounds of a scuffle or a gunshot. Kind
it's
of loud.
entirely within the realm of possibility that might indeed be the case, but not guaranteedly so.
Okay. Does it seem to be coming from the direction we have to go next?
No.
Oh, okay then. Sweet. Proceed then.
Okay.
Mr. Cannoli.
There's apartment 5.
Try the card.
Bip, bip.
Guess it weren't in.
Jess waves her hand in the air.
I knock on the door.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Is there a doorbell or one of those little TV screens
Yes.
here? Press that.
No answer.
Maybe you're not home.
Or he's outside.
Yeah.
Look for cameras.
I'm a ghost in the city of